Hi, thanks for clicking on my channel. To all of my new subscribers, hi, thank you for joining me on my journey. To all others that want to peek in through the bushes, welcome. And if you don't mind, can you like the video before you leave the building? Just like it. It's a free way to support it. It's just a free way to support the channel. That's all. It'd be most appreciated. Now, what I want to talk about today, and I've talked about it a couple of times so far, is Shannon Sharpe. And this is probably the last thing I'm going to say, unless there's something else that comes out about that I'm just want to give my opinion on. But since the last time I've come to these YouTube shoots about Shannon Sharpe, a lot has gone down. He's come out and made a statement. Everybody said he was in his Easter suit. I don't know if it
To
was
my
like
family,
plaid.
friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans. Gabby and Tony Busby want $50 million. What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
More and more text messages have come out to the public. It's been a lot. Not that I am on Shannon Sharpe's side. By all means, I'm not on nobody's side, really. But I feel like both of them are getting what they deserve. Gabby, where she is claiming to be a victim, you know, it ain't like I have a problem with people that are claiming to be victims that are brutalized months ago, but still continues to entertain whoever is brutalizing and torturing them. She wasn't married to that man. They weren't in any type of real relationship. It was what it was what it was. She's an OnlyFans ex-worker. Okay. She fell for him because he was probably the one with the money that she's probably been able to lure. Who else? Shannon Sharpe was her sugar daddy. Okay. And that's what she saw him as. She moved to Las Vegas after he moved to Las Vegas. That's what I read. Now, I don't know what all is true, but that's what I read. I'm not on Shannon's side either. He chose to deal with this 19-year-old, 20, 21, however old she is now. She ain't no more than 24 years old. He chose to deal with her. The fact that she didn't want to sign an NDA should have been a red flag for him, and he should not have pursued it any further. He asked her to sign an NDA, and she said no, she was against it. Hello, red flag. Should have been sirens going off, horns going off. A OnlyFans who records everything, and you didn't want her, or you didn't care whether she signed an NDA? What? What were you thinking, Shannon? Clearly not with this head. So I don't feel for him. Plus, this also kind of aids him in his reputation where, it was out there for a minute that maybe he likes, men. And maybe he still does, I don't know. Okay? But this looks like, okay, he's got all these suits against these women that maybe this is helping him in that ordeal. Like, ain't no men came and said he didn't took advantage of him. Tasha K claims she got something, but I don't know. I heard some audio which I couldn't really tell what it was doing, but I don't know. She might have something over there. Y'all go check it out. But I feel like Shannon thinks this is helping him on that front, whether he's likes men, likes women, or whatever, even though it's not a good place to be right now. As far as people suing you and all that, because of this, they've gone back in the archives. They went back to the one that was, I'm assuming it's the one that's all still pending in New York. They went back to that one. Then when he worked on Fox, somebody sued him there. Um, I mean, he's had altercations with these women. I'm sure they're all snow bunnies because that's what he likes. Man can't help what he likes. Okay. But I want to read you this article. It kind of reiterates basically some of the stuff that I said, but it's in more detail. And this is coming from Baller Alert. And it just says Shannon Sharpe's legal team has issued a new statement defending the NFL Hall of Famer against resurfaced allegations from a former girlfriend and a newly filed $50 million lawsuit by a woman identified as Gabby Zuniga. I'm going to call her Zuniga because I don't know how to pronounce it. Okay. Also known as Carly. In the statement released by attorney Mitchell Schuster, Sharpe's legal counsel says that the recent headlines are the results of individuals attempting to exploit their past relationships with Sharpe for personal gain. Quote, when someone famous is in the news, all sorts of people crawl out of the woodwork to share their connection to that person in an attempt to profit. In many cases, those stories or occasions are nothing more than old news, fanciful exaggerations, or sometimes blatant misrepresentations of fact. End quote. Schuster pointed out to Michelle Evans, a woman who previously filed a civil suit against Sharpe in 2023, accusing him of sexual assault and defamation after she was granted a restraining order. According to the statement, Sharpe has had no contact with this person for many years. The statement describes Evans as obsessed with Shannon and claims she decided to manufacture a claim against him. Schuster says the woman is still on probation after serving 3 years in prison for trying to unalive her husband so that she could hopefully pursue a relationship with Shannon. What? Who are these people that Shannon is coming in contact? Does he not? He needs a team around him, not to manage or direct his love life. But clearly he needs a team around. He don't have nobody to talk to. How are these people getting close to him? Because ain't none of them seem like they dealing with a full debt. So then it says, turning to the more recent civil suit, Sharpe's legal team labeled the $50 million case filed by Zuniga as a clear attempt of extortion. Quote, Shannon and Gabby engaged in consensual, actual relationship for over a 2-year period. End quote. When she learned that he would not father a child with her, she resorted to extortion. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Only because it seemed like she was interested in having a baby with him. And I figured that was to be put on his payroll. You know, most women at that age, when they're after athletes, ex-athletes, or whatever, however they can get a check, they will have that black baby just so they can get a check. That's their retirement plan. I don't know. Yeah, but I honestly think she had a plan in motion. She tried to win him over first and did all the kinky stuff that he likes. He wasn't trying to really have a baby with her because they were doing like anal, right? If she said no, not in my butt, and he did it anyway, I'm just saying. While Sharpe initially considered settling the matter privately to protect his personal life, his legal team now says he is prepared to fight back publicly. This is a shakedown, pure and simple, and we have the evidence to prove it, they said. He intends to pursue claims against Gabby and all who have assisted her with the dissemination of her fabricated story. Supposedly, I guess he had offered her $10 million, right? They had already been at the mediation table, so they were already set to give her $10 million, only because I guess he knew that he had this um contract in the works for $100 million, right? So I guess if he thought he was worth a little over $100 million, here's $10 million for you. Get lost. Fruition. Once it came to light, yeah. Once it came to light that he was getting this $100 million, her lawyers, I bet you any amount of money, were the ones that told her to back up. We can get more. But they pounced too soon. What they should have done was drag it out if they could. She pounced too soon. She should have waited. She should have waited until he had signed a dotted line or whatever where he was actually worth $100 million. He ain't worth $100 million. Now that deal, I'm hearing, is off the table. So he's no longer going to get that contract. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. Maybe it'll change once this lawsuit goes through. But supposedly it was announced 2 days that he was getting this $100 million before she filed her lawsuit. To me, it sounds like extortion. To me, it sounds like she couldn't get no baby. To me, it's always been a money grab. Look at Shannon Sharpe. I'm just saying. Look at that 22-year-old, or however old she is. Look at her and look at him. He's 56. I can't say she hasn't gradually, maybe after, I mean, she has been dealing with him 2 years. I can't say that she didn't grow to like him at some point or get used to him. You get used to anything. He should have saw that coming, honestly. He should have let it be a one-hit wonder. If you was all, you know what I'm saying? Not that I condone. I mean, she was legal, so he wasn't doing anything wrong in that regard. And she invited it, right? So as long as they were both consenting. Now, why you needed to be with a 19-year-old, I don't know. It's plenty of women out here, but that's his taste, clearly. Which, I mean, look at him. I'm not mad. He has a type. Now, mind you, I remember Shannon Sharpe from years ago. Here you go. I got a story for y'all. Just one story. My cousin played for the NFL. They both played on Denver Broncos together. Okay. So him and Shannon were cool. I can't remember exactly what function I was at, but for whatever reason, my cousin was there and a couple of his football buddies came. And I want to say this is during a time when Shannon might have been playing he had to be playing for the Ravens, because I didn't know anything about him until he started playing for the Ravens, right? So I guess by him being in the area, the vicinity, he stopped by. Him and somebody else. I can't remember who the other athlete was, but I remember he was there. He was there with a young lady. She was a snow bunny. She was a blonde snow bunny. So we already knew, but I don't know. For some reason, I thought she was his wife. And she could have been at that time. This was years ago. This was, I don't know. Yeah, this was like over 10 years ago. However long it's been since they won the Super Bowl in 2001. That's how long ago it was. So it must have been over 20 years ago is when I saw him. He was with the Snow Bunny then. That's what he's liked. You know what I'm saying? That's what most athletes like. Most of them. They like them because they feel like that's their trophy wife. It is what it is. But I don't recall her being like a Gabby. She looked closer to his age, but she didn't have to be. And she didn't look like a stick. Gabby looks like a child compared to what I saw him with. Just saying. The statement also addressed recent speculation around Sharpe's status at ESPN following his announcement that he would step away from his duties. Schuster confirmed that Sharpe was not terminated. For the avoidance of any doubt, Shannon Sharpe was not terminated by ESPN but he has elected to step away for a temporary period of time from his duties so that he can focus on his family and the frivolous claim filed against him, Schuster wrote. Shannon plans to return to his role at ESPN for the NFL season. So they're saying that he's not fired. According to his lawyer, he is not fired. He elected to step away. I'm thinking more like they asked him to step away. Step away, get your business in order. If everything pans out and all this goes away, it's frivolous or what have you, you're not found guilty and you don't lose your case, then we'll consider allowing you to come back. That's how I see it. You know, at my job, when they let people go, they give them the option to resign because it looks better if you resign than somebody getting fired. Just saying. So, there's that. What do y'all think about this? This whole ordeal is a mess. Like I said, I don't feel sorry for neither party. I don't have Gabby as being a victim. She's crying victim. And if she is a victim, oh well, I'm sorry, but I don't believe her. I believe based on what we've read, the fact that she dealt with him for 2 years. The first alleged incident supposedly happened in October, but you went back and you kept going back. And the last time he was with you, then all of a sudden there's enough is enough. Get out of here, girl. Get out of here. I'm sorry. I myself don't believe you. You need more people, Gabby. On the other hand, Shannon Sharpe, you saw that. You saw that for what it was. And the fact that you stayed around long enough for this to happen, that's on you. It should have been a hit it and quit it and moved on to the next. That's what you should have did. It wasn't like you were preserving her virtue and you were the only one she'd been with. You know, she was selling cat. That's what I believe. So it wasn't like you were preserving her virtue. Why the frick you think you needed to stay with a 19, 20, 21-year-old? It was beyond me. Anyway. That's all I got, y'all. I do want to share something else with y'all.
It's a lie. The bitch is lying. Okay? The bitch is lying.
This is a shakedown.
This is Shannon Sharpe of Club Shay Shay. I know y'all have heard the news. Everybody's disappointed in me. But I just want to let everybody know Club Shay Shay ain't going nowhere. Okay? We've been around. We've been doing a lot of good things. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed of what I've done, of what you heard. I said I was going to choke the shit out of somebody, but that was just an expression that I use when I'm showing my interest in somebody. I just want everybody to know that, there's a lot of things going on. I think I've heard a lot of people, a lot of my friends, and but I got a lot of support. And I know, people been telling me, leave the snow bunnies alone. Like Dr. Umar said, stop hopping with the snow bunnies. But sometimes I can't help it. I can't help it. I like snow bunnies. And my grandmother always said, don't mess with the bunnies if it ain't Easter. Okay? Everything that's happening right now is all a shakedown.
This is a shakedown.
People know you're trying to get money. They know you're trying to get to the top. You're trying to get somewhere. And people are trying to stop you from there. They say when you get to another level, here comes the devil. That's what they say. And I'm very embarrassed. I've been in NFL for a long time. I've been in this business for a long time. And there's snakes. There's snakes all over. And people are going to try to hate on you. And I've had it. I've had it from Skip. I've had it from different people. And I just wanted to make this video to let you know we're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. I know there's some things that have been said about me. They say, first you on Instagram, giving it to somebody good. And then, because I got to prove that I'm not gay or nothing. But as you can see, even though this snow bunny is trying to bust me out, you see that I am not gay. Okay. But she's just young and she's just trying to get money. And I just want to let y'all know that Shannon is Sharpe. And that's why my last name's Sharpe, because I'm Sharpe. Okay. So God bless everybody. And I want to say I apologize if you guys feel that you are hurt. I really apologize for that. But I'm going to just tell you, the bitch is lying.
To my family and my friends, to my colleges, to my Geminis and Aries. Now, I want to let you know what's been going on. This is a shakedown. Just a Harlem shake. This is a milkshake. They're trying to take down a black man. Let me tell you something. It's all about that Tony Dungy. Tony Busby. He's a snake. He tried to take down Jay-Z. He tried to take down Soulja Boy, Ronald McDonald. He tried to even take down the donkey from Shrek. They want to accuse me, shut me down, because I do the boogly wiggly. And it was consensual. Consensual. Now, they want me to pay $5 million. I mean, $50 million. What? $50 million? You out your goddamn mind.
I ain't gonna lie. Shannon Sharpe, what is you doing? What is you doing, Unc? You ain't got no business out here with no 20-year-old white girl. With no 20-year-old period. Period. She can't even drink no Le Portier. What are you doing? Damn. Ain't nothing wrong with being no freak, but be a freak and it makes sense. You got this little ass girl sticking her tongue in your ass. Your big football playing ass. Funky ass. That ass done played hella football. Training camp, 2-a-days, 4 seasons. Funky ass, what you think she was gonna do? I looked the girl up to try to wrap this shit around my mind, and she ain't even, it wasn't an ass. She charging $25K a cheek, and it ain't no cheeks. No cheeks, and she ain't got no lips. She probably whistle when she talk. Damn, all these aunties out here. You can drop a couple dollars on the nightstand after you handle your business. They gonna be good. But you out here fucking around. I know you fucking lying, Unc. These can't be the same chick she wanted $25K a cheek for. Can't be. Unc, it's the angle. You ain't noticed when you see it in person, ain't the same ass in the pictures? Damn. All she doing is standing like a pair of scissors. I know an auntie right now with all ass, Unc. All ass, 49. Got more dimples than a golf ball. You will love it over there. She probably don't even know how to wipe herself yet. She probably still wiping back to front. And you out here fucking around. We with you, Unc, but motherfucker gotta hold you accountable though. You got this, you gotta do better than this. You should have knew as soon as she said put a big black baby in her what time it was. She don't even want the baby to grow. She want the baby to come out your size soon as she have it. She ready to make you a great-great-grandfather. Damn, Unc. Come on, man. Get this shit together, man.
First Jonathan Majors, now Shannon Sharpe. All this turmoil and strife over some pink titties, man. You thought the strawberry milk was sweeter, now you got an upset stomach. You wanted to play Master's wife in the big back buck. Well, now the buck stops here. I can't feel sorry for the brother, man. You know what you're getting into when you deal with them Saxons. How many times you gotta learn? You could say a lot about sisters, but they never do you like that. Tory Lane shot Meg Thee Stallion in the foot and she still ain't trying to tell. They had to twist her arm. She said, I stepped on glass, officer. They got Uncle Shay on tape. I heard it. Oh, I'm gonna choke you. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Wednesday wisdom for the day. Stay away from them Saxons. Stick with your sisters.
Perusing the YouTube streams when I ran across those comedians, I was cracking up, especially on that one guy. He was like, all these aunties out here. All these aunties out here. That was funny. The situation at hand is not funny, but it's funny. Unfortunately, these two, I don't feel sorry for neither side. Okay. So I also wanted to talk about the statement that Shannon Sharpe left on his Instagram. And it basically reads, my statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I'm electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL's preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues. I kind of feel like, he's not really getting overwhelming support. I'm sure his family and friends may, so yes, but it's a lot of people out there that's like, Unc, what are you doing? What are you doing, Unc? Like, why are we here? That's what I've been seeing. Like, shouldn't even have happened. Like, better. But usually, when men want to pay for it, that's what they do. They pay for it. Because so there is no attachment. But it sounds like y'all were used to each other and y'all got attached to each other. But now both of y'all are looking dumb as hell. Both of y'all looking dumb in the street, to be honest. Let me tell it. She looking stupid and so is he. I'm talking about it because it's what's being talked about is trending. But I could care less about either one of these two individuals, honestly. There's so much stuff out here about Shannon Sharpe. I've heard about Shaq allegedly paying for Shannon to be exposed. It looks like, with that being said, that not only is Shaq being drugged into this situation, but it's Matt Barnes who dragged, or maybe it says Ray J, Shaq, and Matt Barnes dragged into the Shannon Sharpe drama. So let's take a look. Listen. It says, just as Ray J has thrown his support behind Shannon Sharpe amid his battle against a woman suing him for $50 million R-ing lawsuit, Shaq is being accused of blackmailing the former NFL player. Ray J and Shaq have now been sucked into the whirlwind news cycle surrounding the allegation former NFL player Shannon Sharpe is facing a woman suing him for $50 million. Okay. According to leaked voice messages, which began circulating on social media on April 24th, former NBA player Matt Barnes is allegedly caught on recording soliciting the blackmail of Sharpe on behalf of Shaq. In the series of the audio messages that have hit the web, from which the origin is currently unknown, Barnes is purportedly spreading the word that Shaq was looking for information about Sharpe weeks before the R accuser filed the multi-million-dollar lawsuit in Nevada. Barnes' alleged voice message starts off by ambiguously recruiting help, as the former Los Angeles Laker purportedly said, I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Shaq said he was paying top dollar for any information on old boy. The message added, so again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Shaq is known to throw large sums of money around, so I just want to put that out there. I am quiet. In another alleged audio message, Barnes is accused of directly name-dropping Sharpe and attributing Sharpe's search for dirt on him to their previous differences. Shaq said, please, please, please keep it quiet, Barnes' alleged voice message started off. He said that Shannon did some stuff back from a while back, and he's been off him. So that's why he's doing this. But please, please, please keep his name quiet. So then I see this thing that says last month, a leaked audio clip surfaced for former NBA player Matt Barnes claiming that Shaq O'Neal was willing to pay large sums of money to uncover negative information on his rival. So let's listen to that.
I don't know if you're on this kind of time, but I was in a group chat the other day, or actually just yesterday, and Jack said he's paying top dollar for any information on old boy. So, again, I don't know if you're on that kind of time or not, but Jack is known to throw large sums of money around. So, just want to put that out there.
Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe that? I don't know. This is it's just getting too messy. It's giving me Diddy vibes. It's giving me Diddy vibes, y'all. I don't feel comfortable with all this stuff coming out. It's like everybody wants a piece of the 15-minute fame. Like, stop it. Stop. If this young girl really did get violated and she's traumatized with this is some crap. It's just a lot of different things that's going on. It's 3 accusers. I think it's 2. And then I remember there was one at Fox that he used to work with. I mean, it's just a lot of different things. But I guess it just has to play itself out. I'll see. I'll follow this along and see how it plays out. But for the most part, Shannon, Club Shame. I saw that on somebody's thing. Club Shame. Yeah, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. You got to be really, really dense to think that. Wow. Let this be a lesson to those in the entertainment world that are worth more than a couple $1 million. Don't go below your weight class or something like that. I think that's what it is. You want to stay, unless always have people sign NDAs because you want to keep your life private. You are in the limelight, so you want to have something to yourself. Make sure that the NDAs are signed. And then do not do anything illegal for those NDAs to become null and void. Gotta remember that too. Okay? Anyway. With that being said, like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And I want everyone to be blessed. Peace.